David Walliams, Gangster Granny, Chapter 1. But Granny is so boring, said Ben. It was a cold Friday evening in November, and as usual he was slumped in the back of his mum and dad's car. Once again he was on his way to stay the night at his dreaded Granny's house. All old people are. Don't talk about your Granny like that, said Dad weakly, his fat stomach pushed up against the steering wheel of the family's little brown car. I hate spending time with her, protested Ben. Her TV doesn't work. All she wants to do is play Scrabble and she stinks of cabbage. In fairness to the boy, she does stink of cabbage, agreed Mum. She applied some last-minute lip liner. You're not helping, wife, muttered Dad. At worst, my mother was a very slight order of boiled vegetables. Can't I come with you, pleaded Ben. I love dancing, he lied. It's called ballroom dancing, corrected Dad. And you don't love it, you said, and I quote, I would rather eat my own bogies than watch that rubbish. Now Ben's mum and dad loved ballroom dancing. Sometimes Ben thought they loved it more than they loved him. There was a TV show on Saturday evenings that Mum and Dad never missed called Strictly Stars Dancing, where celebrities would be paired up with professional ballroom dancers. In fact, there was a fire in the house and Mum and Dad could only save either a sparkly gold tap shoe worn by Flavioli, the shiny tan dancer and heartbreaker from Italy, who appeared on every series of hit TV show, or her only child. Ben thought she would probably go for the shoe. Tonight, his mum and dad are going to an arena to see Strictly Stars Dancing live on stage. I don't know why you don't give up on this pipe dream of becoming a plumber, Ben, and think about dancing professionally, said Mum, her lip liner scrolling across her cheek as the car bounded over a particularly bumpy speed bump, and had a habit of applying makeup in the car, which meant she often arrived somewhere looking like a clown. Maybe you could end up on Strictly, added Mum excitedly. Because practising around like that is stupid, said Ben. Mum whimpered a little and reached for a tissue. You're upsetting your mother. Now just be quiet, please, Ben. There's a good boy, replied Dad firmly as he turned up the volume on the stereo. Invisibly, a Strictly CD was playing. 50 Golden Great Hit TV show was emblemised on the cover. Ben hated the CD, not least because he had heard it a million times. In fact, he had heard it so many times it was like torture. Ben's mum worked at a local nail salon, Gale's Nails, because there weren't many customers. Mum and the other lady who works there, unsurprisingly called Gale, spent most days doing each other's nails. Buffering, cleaning, trimming, moisturing, coating, sealing, polishing, filling, lacquering, extending and painting. They were doing things to each other's nails all day long, unless Flavioli was on daytime TV. That mum would always come with an extremely long multicoloured plastic extensions on the end of her fingers. Ben's dad, meanwhile, worked as a security guard at the local supermarket. The highlight of his 20 years career was stopping an old man who had concealed 2 tubs of margarine down his trousers. Although Dad was now too fat to run after any robbers, he could certainly block their escape. Dad met Mum when he wrongly accused her of shoplifting a bag of crisps, and within a year they were married. A car swung around the corner into Grey Close, where Granny's bungalow squatted. It was one of the whole row of sad little homes, mainly inhabited by old people. The car came to a halt and Ben slowly turned his head towards the bungalow, looking unexpectedly out of the living room window was Granny, waiting. She was always waiting by the window for him to arrive. How long has she been there, thought Ben? Since last week? Ben was her only grandchild, and as far as he knew, no one else ever came to visit. Granny waved and gave Ben a little smile, with which his grumpy face just about permitted him to reluctantly return. "Right, one of us will pick you up tomorrow morning around 11, said Dad, keeping the engine running. "Can't I make it 10, Ben?" growled Dad. "Can I make it 10? Ben," growled Dad. He released the child lock and then grudgingly pushed the door open and stepped out. He didn't need the child lock, of course. He was 11 years old and hardly likely to open the door whilst the car was driving. He suspected his dad only used it to stop him from driving out of the car when they were on their way to their granny's house. Clunk went the door behind him. As the engine revved up again, before he could ring the bell, Granny opened the door. A huge gust of cabbage blustered in Ben's face. It was like a big slap of smell. She was very much your textbook Granny. She was wearing thick glasses, false teeth, and had a hairy chin, white hair, hearing aid, a mauve cardigan, smelt of cabbage, used tissue tucked up her sleeve, a packet of mints close by, floral print dress, burgundy slippers, tan tights. "Are Mummy and Daddy not coming in?" she asked, a little crestfallen. This was one of the ways she talked to him, like a baby. Brum, brum, brum. Together Granny and Ben watched the little brown car race off, leaping over speed bumps. Mum and Dad didn't like spending time with her any more than Ben did. It was just like a convenient place to dump in on a Friday night. "No, I'm sorry, Granny," spluttered Ben. "Oh well, come in then," she muttered. "Now I set up the Scrabble board, and for your tea, I've got your favourite cabbage soup." Then Ben's face dropped even further. "No," he thought. That was the first chapter of Story Time. So